Once you've downloaded the installer, go ahead to the volume folder, run the setup. You'll just use the defaults for the setup. So all the defaults, go ahead and next to install. So once the installation completes, you'll have a CNH binary to ASCII tool in the startup shortcuts. And from there you can use the tool. So I'm going to go ahead and load this log that you provided me. And now I can go and take a look at the messages. So using this tool, you need to set the header to use. So you might have to vary this. Header definitions are defined here. So short header uses the sync characters AA4413. Message ID position is at 1. The header length is 9, fixed. And then you can specify how you're going to mark the message name. To get out of this, just click back on this tool. So then you can go ahead and double click or press the settings button, and that allows you to see how all of the bytes are set up. So if I were to look at the raw IMUSX message, it'll specify the bytes, so offsets. So I kind of put that to the side and see that the header comes first, so you don't have to worry about that. And then if I look at IMU info, it's a U character, hex U character actually, so this should be hex U character, which is not one of the options, so just leave that U character, and then you'll see that byte offset is 0, which is one position past the header. So H plus nothing is 0. 1 is going to be your IMU type. So that's a byte offset 1. If we scroll down to the last ones, see that the X gyro which is down here at the bottom is H plus 36, so it matches 36. So that's how you mess with the definitions. You can save, of course, you can import definition files as well. And then when you're ready to do a conversion, you can either select the messages that you want to convert, or you can select all messages. So if I select just one, this one, hit start. See, it gives you the progress, messages found countdown. If there's no messages found within the log, it's just going to skip past all of this. And notice that this one's using the short header. So like I said, you may need to change the header type depending on the log type and depending on the message itself. So we'll let this run out. So that one runs out. The log is going to be stored in the same location as the file that you converted. So if I go to downloads, you'll notice that that file got converted here. And if I open the file, so you have a converted log, which can be then imported into the visualization tool. So one of the other things I did, that was just like basic single log at a time decoder. There's going to be some limits on file size. but I also created a tool that will, which I haven't made an executable of yet, but this tool lists all of the logs available and their type as well. So I go to the downloads, downloads here, and I select this log. It'll go ahead and show me all the messages that are available. This tool can do some conversion too, but it needs some work. It's designed to convert multiple files at once and to break the files down in case you have a really large log. This tool is going to choke a little bit on really large logs. Take a while to convert because it's doing it in one chunk. So that's it. There's all these logs have been defined, so there's definitions in place for all the logs. If you do end up needing to change a definition, you can go ahead and make your changes here. So here's an enumerator for acceleration z. That's not correct. This should be a long value if you look at the manual. So these should all be long. So I go ahead and change those to long. And save. I go back into that message. You'll notice they all get changed. And the definition gets updated as well. So if you find that the log doesn't convert correctly, go check the actual settings of the message. If you cannot find messages that you expect, just change over to a long header. There's also some ASCII information in here, but this is not functional.